Hello guys, how are you doing? I hope you are doing wonderful. Before beginning today's session, let me share an incident that took place in my life during my college days. Shall I share that incident with you? That's a very funny incident that took place in my life. Let me share that with you. One day, I had to meet my principal. So I went near the principal's chamber. I was waiting for my turn to enter the room. Suddenly, attendant came to me and said I had to wait in the waiting hall for some time because he was in some sort of a meeting. I couldn't do anything because he was in a meeting, so I went inside the waiting hall and I was sitting. I was waiting for my turn to enter the room. It was almost half an hour. For half an hour I had been waiting and I was not getting a call from my principal. So I was feeling bored and I thought of speaking to someone. There was a girl sitting in the same room and so I wanted to start a conversation with her. I went near her and said, "See that dumb fellow principal, all this time for almost half an hour I've been waiting for this fellow and he's not allowing me inside." Then that girl angrily looked at me and said, "Do you know who I am?" Then I said, "I don't know." She said, "I am his daughter." And I stood up very angrily. Very angrily I stood up, my chest wide open, and I said, "Do you know who I am?" She said, "No." "That's very good that you don't know about me," I said, and I started running out of the room. Did I make you laugh? Yes, if I could make you laugh with my joke, that means my language is in the right track. If I am unable to make you laugh with the joke that I just shared with you, that means my language has got a problem and it requires some improvement, right? So you too try this technique and try telling a joke with your friend or a family member and look at his expression. If he is able to understand your joke and if he is laughing at your joke, that means your language is good and your language is going in a right track. If he is not laughing at your joke, that means you have to improve on your language. Yes, so try this technique, and this is the tip I wanted to share with you today. If we are unable to create an emotion that we are feeling inside us in the listener, that means our language is not good. If we are feeling emotional, if we are feeling sad, if we are feeling happy, the same emotion has to be communicated through our language. If that is not communicated, the very purpose of language is useless, right? So that is what I wanted to share today. As usual, today also I am going to introduce 2 new words as part of vocabulary. Shall we begin the session? As a part of today's vocabulary, I wish to introduce the first word for today, that is naughty. 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 K-N-O-T-T-Y. Naughty. Which means puzzling or something that is very difficult to understand or difficult to come to a conclusion. Finding a vaccine for COVID-19 has become the naughtiest problems for the scientists. This is the example through which you can understand the meaning of the word naughty. The naughtiest problems, that means very difficult problem for the scientists to find a vaccine for COVID-19. I think this contemporary example will make you understand the meaning of the word naughty better. The second word I wish to introduce today is oust. Oust. O-U-S-T, oust, which means remove from position either by legal action or by force. Remove somebody from his position or her position either by legal action or by force. The angry people ousted the chief minister of the state. The angry people ousted the chief minister of the state. He was ousted from his village due to his ideology. He was ousted from his village due to his ideology. That means people did not like his ideology and so they have thrown him out of the village, right? So these are the words I introduced for today and hope you will follow these and practice them in your own way. Keep practicing and keep improving. Don't forget to use the previously learned words also. Do you remember the words avert and dismal? If not, go through my previous videos again and do practice those words. 2 words a day makes your English strengthened. So let's begin the third session of connectors or gap fillers today. Shall we begin the session? Today I am going to introduce the words or the phrases that are used to describe differences. Yesterday we saw some words that describe similarities such as similarly, in the same way, in the same manner. Such words were introduced in the previous session, and today we will see the words or phrases that describe differences. Okay, sometimes we need to express different or contradicting ideas side by side. Not sometimes, many a times we describe differences between two things or two opinions or two ideas. We have to speak differences. So in order to express those differences, mostly what kind of words we use? But all the time. But today I am going to introduce certain words. If you use them, your language looks so polished. Doing this helps the listener or reader focus on important differences and makes them aware of the many sides of a topic. These connectors also help us to connect different sentences into a single sentence. Let us see those very important and easy to understand words or phrases. The first word, whereas. Whereas this word talks about the differences between ideas. Whereas talks about the differences between ideas. Let us see through an example. India believes in peace, whereas China believes in violence. India believes in peace, whereas China believes in violence. This is the difference between India and China and the ideologies between these two countries. So whereas is differentiating between these two ideologies or opinions of two countries. And Indian cricketers are good at batting, whereas Pakistani cricketers are good at bowling. This is also talking about the differences. And in the above sentences, the differences of ideologies between India and China and the difference in strengths between India and Pakistan are shown using the word whereas. India is good at batting, Pakistan is good at bowling. This is a difference, and whereas is differentiating these two strengths of two countries. The next one I wish to introduce today is although, even though. This can be used either in formal or informal situations. Although I worked really hard, I failed in exams. Although I worked really hard, I failed in exams. Same sentence can be repeated using even though. Even though I worked hard, I failed in the exams. Even though I worked hard, I failed in the exams. Even though he is very young, he understands the problems of his family. Even though he is very young, he understands the problems of his family. Although he is very young, he understands the problems of his family. That means these words are replaceable. The next word I wish to introduce today is however. However, this is an absolute replacement for the word but. You can remove that but from the sentence and you can replace however in place of but. The usage of this word is very much similar to that of but. Let me share some examples so that you can easily identify the usage of it. It is very much similar to that use of but and also similar to that of whereas and although and even though. It is generally used to connect two different sentences or paragraphs. Let us see these examples so that we can understand it better. Gold is an attractive metal. However, it's very expensive. Gold is an attractive metal. However, it is very expensive. That means it's an attractive metal, but it is expensive. See, this but word can be used here and it can be removed and replaced with however. He is a nice person. However, he is money minded. He is a nice person, but he is money minded. He is a nice person. However, he is money minded. The next phrase is in spite of. In spite of. This is a wonderful phrase which is similar to the use of even though or although. In spite of their different personalities, Samatha and Mamata are very good friends. In spite of their different personalities, Samatha and Mamata are very good friends. In spite of being very rich, he helps the poor. Even though he is very rich, he helps the poor. Though he is very rich, he helps the poor. Although he is very rich, he helps the poor. See how replaceable these words are. And all are talking about the differences. He is rich, but he helps the poor. He is rich, however, he helps the poor. And the next and the last phrase is on the contrary. On the contrary. Let me share an example for this word also. This is also a very beautiful term, on the contrary. That means it shows the contrast. India is presently fighting a great pandemic. On the contrary, China is trying to get the advantage out of it. India is fighting a great pandemic. On the contrary, China is trying to get an advantage out of it, right? So many people believe that Earth is the only planet with living creatures. On the contrary, I believe in aliens. Many people think that Earth is the only planet where we can find these living creatures, but I believe in aliens. And I use the word on the contrary, I believe in aliens. So whenever a situation arises where you are supposed to show the differences in ideas or situations, use these words or phrases in order to show that difference. Hope this session helped you out a lot. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye.